God bless you guys. I just want to do a quick update on what's going on with Trump and kind of the seriousness of what's going on here. Obviously, we know the rapture is going to happen on October 2nd. If you're not sure and you're new to my channel, I have a lot of videos that talk about the reason why rapture is going to happen on October 2nd. The 76-year generation, the 80-year generation is about ready to expire. Israel's going to be 76 and a half. So many things, the temple being rebuilt, what's going on. But anyway, here's an update. First of all, thank you for sending me money, for bearing fruit for Jesus, because when you send money to me, you're sending money to Jesus, according to Matthew 25. When I was poor, you helped me. When I was in prison, you visited me. That's helping Jesus. So thank you for bearing fruit for those people. If you want to help me and help my ministry, since I've been in my car for the last 4 years and a tremendous struggle, I just passed the 4-year mark, unfortunately, and it's been very hard. And my brother's been sick for the last 13 years. So if you want to help, please just click on the title on any of my videos, and there's a PayPal link below, and then you can send money that way. And I just want to start off with Trump. What's going on here is pretty serious, because Juan Merchant was obviously the judge, right? And the plans have been unfolded, and this is what the Democrats are saying. The wicked, filthy Democrats are saying. They're saying that he's going to be sentencing, I think it's July 11th, right around there, right before the Republicans start to do a national campaign, choose their candidate, right, for who is going to run for president in November, right? So what's going on here is that their plans are to, Juan Merchant's plans and everyone else's plans has been real clear now, is that they're going to sentence him to a year in prison, and they're going to send him to Rikers Island, the most toughest prison in the world, Rikers Island. That is the plan, to have him killed. It is just unbelievable. And there's nothing that Trump can do about it right now, because it's going to take months in order to appeal the case. And it's going to take months. U.S. Supreme Court is so wicked. Our U.S. Supreme Court, they're not Christians at all. They're filthy, wicked human beings. They never got involved when the election was fraudulent and everything. They never stepped in. When 25 states demanded that the votes be recounted and they step in, they never did. They're filthy, wicked, our U.S. Supreme Court. So they're not going to get involved to save Trump. So we're actually relying on Juan Merchant, this filthy, wicked judge he'll burn in hell. There's a place in hell for him, let me tell you. The Lord has given me the gift of discernment to see people that go into heaven and to hell, and to warn people. That's been my ministry for over 13 years, very long ministry, to warn people. And I tell you what, this man will burn in hell. And this is the plan, to sentence him to a year in prison, mandatory. And even though there's no proof that the case was a misdemeanor, right? A misdemeanor that originally expired 10 years ago. So the statute of limitations has ran out. They've somehow turned a state misdemeanor into a federal case, which you can't do at a state level, then converted it to a felony. We had, of course, the jury from New York, all filthy, wicked, evil jurors that are just absolutely wicked, that they see no truth in this, that they don't know what the crime was, but they charged him anyway for 34 counts. And now all of a sudden he's supposedly guilty. And before it's going to take months to appeal it. And all the federal courts that he's appealing it to, you have to go up the chain of command to the federal courts in order to be able to get to the U.S. Supreme Court, unless the U.S. Supreme Court says they just want to hear it. But they're just so wicked, they probably won't pick up the case knowing them. So here we have a situation here where they're going to put him in Rikers Island. They've already said that. They said plainly and clearly they're going to send him to Rikers Island, in the worst prison in the world, to hope he gets killed. That's how wicked our country has been. This is why the rapture is coming October 2nd. This is why Jesus is going to appear in the clouds on October 2nd. The sun will turn dark and the moon will turn to blood on that great and terrible day of the Lord. Great for us because we're getting raptured. Terrible for everyone else because the 7-year tribulation is about ready to start. America is going to be destroyed. So if you're saying, well, I need to pray for America, you're praying against the Bible. It's worthless and useless. Pray for Trump if you want to. Pray for the Christians. And I pray. Trump said recently that the most important date of everything is November 2nd or November 4th, right? The election. Actually, he's wrong. The most important date is October 2nd, when we get raptured. We go up into paradise with Jesus. 13 years ago, the Lord took me up into the rapture, and he showed me the rapture. And I've been warning people ever since. And based on the signs, this 80-year generation, based on what's going on. So anyway, let's get back to Trump. That's happening. So what are the Republicans have recently told Juan Merchant, warned him, do not send Trump to prison. But Juan is crooked as can be. This judge is filthy crooked. So he's going to do whatever he wants to do, right? He don't care. Even though he's already fraudulently tried him. He's already convicted him of a crime that he never even did, and had a jury convict him of a crime that never happened. I mean, so the whole thing is just corruption, and every person involved will be in hell. Every person will stand before Jesus and be thrown into a lake of fire for all eternity because of this. The Lord does not mess around. Hell is a place you don't want to go. Make sure you're reading the word every day, obeying the word, and advancing the kingdom, bearing fruit. Jesus, how can I bear fruit? You could bear fruit by helping my ministry, sending me money, getting me off the streets. I would appreciate that. You can bear fruit by asking what your gifts are. Number two, Republicans, what are they doing? The trial has started. They are establishing a jury, the Republicans are, against Hunter Biden for a gun that he had. He's on drugs. He wrote a book that he was a crackhead and drug addict anyway, which we know he is. And as a result of it, he admitted that he was a drug addict in his book. Okay. He also bought a gun, and it says on there, are you a drug addict? Are you addicted to drugs? Or, he said no. So that was a lie right there. And he purchased the gun, then he threw it away. When he threw away the gun on the ground, believe it or not, someone else found the gun on the ground and that tracked it back to him. So, wow. Just like his laptop that he gave to somebody, that tracked back to him also. So the Republicans are taking him to jury trial right now. And they're going to try and get him 25 years in prison, Hunter Biden. The plan is on September 23rd to make him a felon now because he's a crooked human being. And then on plan on September 23rd, before the election starts, is to have Hunter Biden roll over on his dad, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is just filthy corrupt. So, see, what happened was Hunter Biden was on the board of the Chinese board. So what's a guy like Hunter Biden who's a crackhead drug addict? What's he doing on a Chinese board, an energy board of all things? He knows nothing about energy, but yet he's on the Chinese board of energy collecting millions of dollars. He'd also go to Russia and offer them, top secrets, American secrets, committing espionage and so forth. And he would do that. And then Joe would call and they would say, well, we need to talk to your father before we send you millions of dollars. And then of course, Joe Biden would get on the phone and say, yeah, everything's okay. And they would send the money. He never paid taxes on this money either. So the plan is to get Hunter Biden now, get him on the gun charges, 25 years, and then get him in prison, and then September rolls around real quickly, and then force Biden to go against his father and put the pressure on his father. Remember, William Branham said that there was a black woman that would become president. That's Kamala Harris. She would become president. He said a black woman would become president, and immediately after he heard an explosion, America was destroyed. It was barren. It was hit by meteors and earthquakes and absolutely destroyed. And the rapture occurred. He saw the rapture occur in America. It was just a burning smoke. Where does it say in the Bible? Woe to the great city in 1 hour was destroyed. The world committed sexual immorality with, became drunk off with wealth and riches, and it was destroyed in 1 hour. That's America. Wipe it out. It's destroyed. We've got millions of people coming over our borders illegally, and they lie, cheat, and steal to get on our border. Every person that comes over the border illegally will be in hell, will be thrown into a lake of fire. You cannot tell Jesus, I'm struggling, so I should go rob a bank. It's because I had to struggle. Because of my struggle, I had to rob a bank and lie, cheat, and steal. You'll be in hell for it. So you can see what's going on here. So they're going to put pressure on Joe Biden in order to be able to, take him to court. Essentially, the money that Hunter Biden got, he gave to Joe. Okay. And so it all traces back to Joe's bank accounts. And so you can see the corruption going on here. And of course, you got the New World Order getting ready. September 22nd, I believe it is, the 79th UN General Assembly wants to have a meeting about enslaving people, putting them in cages, and going with the mark. It's all about the New World Order. AI is taking over this year. AI is going to be taking over tech jobs this year, and next year they'll be taking over the robots. Elon Musk, thanks to him and all these other people, release these robots that can do everything from cleaning to, working at restaurants, doing all the minimum wage jobs. They can cover all the physical jobs. The tech jobs are already being taken over this year by AI. So you can see the mark of the beast is coming in. And of course, you have the Pope Francis, the false prophet, who had the STGs ready to go, control America, to tell the world what to do. That's what that meeting in the UN is coming up. It's about controlling the world and telling people what to do and to follow and in order. And of course, the banks are ready to send you an email anytime now and say, by the way, your money's digital, and in order to get it, you need to get the mark. Jesus predicted AI because the mark of the beast is 666, which is on every barcode. He said on the hand or forehead, they've already got this all set up. So this election's coming. U.S. Supreme Court's corrupt. They're not going to help Trump right now. They're going to try and send Trump to Rikers Island to be killed. I mean, it is just mind-blowing to me. And pray for Trump. Pray for us Christians. We get out of here. I mean, thank the good Lord that Jesus said before he's revealed, he'll be taken out of the way. Who's revealed? That's the Antichrist. That's the beast system. That's Obama. Before the Obama it releases the beast system, which is the mark, the control, the STGs on your phone, so you cannot buy or sell unless you follow these 17 STGs that the false prophet did when Pope Francis went up on a mountain and created a one world religion last year, and the 17 STGs that you must follow. Just like it's a pure communistic system. Of course, the war with Israel, they're not going to sign any peace agreement. This is a lie from Joe Biden. They're trying to pressure him to sign a peace agreement. You can see everybody's pressuring Israel to sign a peace agreement. So you can see we're close to that 7-year peace agreement. It will happen near October 2nd. Israel's going to nuke the Iranian reactor. They're going to destroy Hezbollah, nuke the Iranian reactor, finish off Hamas, and the pressure is going to happen. The nuclear bombs will go off. China's going to nuke Taiwan and Russia's going to nuke Poland, and it's all going to happen in a split second. The rapture is going to occur. And Micah 7:2, it says that the righteous had vanished, but the world had barely noticed. What do you mean the world had barely? It talks about the world barely noticing what was happening, because all these things are going to happen around the Feast of Trumpets, October 2nd. That's the next feast to be fulfilled. So you're going to have the nuclear bomb from China taking over Taiwan, because they're talking about this month, Chinese taking over Taiwan. They've got like 114 ships and planes circling Taiwan, moving into their airspace illegally, and saying that basically they own that island and they're going to take it over. And you got Japanese getting involved. America's bought a bunch of aircraft carriers and planes and everything else, but Biden's weak. They're not going to do anything anyway. And then you have Russia, and then America, of course, is fueling all kinds of troops and weapons to Poland to fight off Russia, because Russia wants to nuke Poland. They want to take over Poland besides Ukraine, also Poland. So you can see what's going on here. And Putin said recently, if you continue to move troops through Poland, we will nuke you. We will nuke. And then Biden said, oh, they're not going to do it. They will do it. So you can see all this radiation will go in the clouds. The sun will disappear because of the radiation. Will break the ozone layer. And the Bible says that people will be scorched by the sun. So you can see in a flash, and Israel is going to nuke the Iranian reactor. They flew over recently. They were going to nuke it. They held back. It was a rapture stall. They're going to do it. So you can see what's going on. When the Lord showed me the rapture, he also gives me discernment and be able to look into these times and news and see things that are happening before they happen to tell you. So these aren't my opinions. This is the discernment that the Lord gives me to see the spiritual knowledge from the spiritual end of what's really going on. Most pastors now are starting to mention the rapture. Why all of a sudden now? Because people like me are talking about the rapture and the truth, and they're getting scared because their congregation is a bunch of lukewarm Christians that never, one, read the Bible, never obey the Bible, never bear any fruit. They're all going to hell. Revelation 1-3 says 6 out of 7 churches don't make it in the rapture. So that's why pastors are supposedly talking about it. But they're not going to tell you that Obama is the Antichrist or Pope Francis is the false prophet. They're not going to tell you that this is a Psalm 83 war, not the Ezekiel 38 war. Russia is the Ezekiel 38 war. You also see Turkey getting in the mix. The Bible predicted that Turkey, Russia, and Iran would be in a military alliance. Turkey all of a sudden has done like a 180, and they are completely against Israel now. The Erdogan, the president, is completely against Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, completely. So you can see the turn is starting to happen here. So everybody's closing in on Israel. They're demanding a peace agreement. Israel said, Netanyahu says he's got to finish the job. Netanyahu's got pressure because Gantz wants to go to September and remove him from office. The people that are living in northern Israel now and southern Israel, and they're living in tents and motels, they want to go back home to northern Israel. It's like 100,000 people. But they can't do it because Hezbollah just keeps firing weapons. So all this is happening right now with the news, with the Republicans going after Hunter Biden. Then they're going to go after Joe Biden to get him off the ballot altogether, put him in jail, put him in handcuffs. The Democrats are trying to literally kill Trump, and they will sentence him on July 11th, I think it is. They're going to sentence him, and it's pretty scary because the Republicans are begging Juan Merchant, who's just a filthy, wicked judge. He'll burn in hell because of it. They're going to sentence him, and there's not a single thing that Trump can do. Literally nothing he can do. I wish Trump would have asked me before he left office. I would have said, "You fool! What are you doing? If you don't have the military count the votes on this fake election, they're going to put you in jail." I told my brother they will put him in jail and lock him away forever. Guess what they're doing now? I mean, he has no discernment at all. Half the judges he's appointed have come against him. The head of the FBI, Cray, that he appointed, came against him. It's like, that's the difference between a Christian with discernment and not at all. And I don't believe he's a Christian at all. I look into people's spirits and I can see whether they're Christians. So ask the Lord for gifts. One gift I have is discernment. Ask for discernment. It's a powerful gift. You can look into people and you can look into a stadium and I can tell you who's going to heaven and who's going to hell. I can look into any congressman, any person, anybody, and I can tell you exactly. Also, you can see into people's minds, their thoughts, and what the future holds. You can see the future of things, how things unfold, because people follow patterns, and you can see these patterns in people and the wickedness of them. But that's where we're going right now with it. Hold on tight, fasten your seatbelt. Things are going to get tough right now, but we are getting out of here soon. Have faith and trust that the Lord has taken us out of here October 2nd. That is the next feast that has to be fulfilled. People are saying, oh, Passover, it's going to happen. No, that was fulfilled 2,000 years ago. Get a clue, okay? The next feast is the Feast of Trumpets. So just get a clue. Pay attention to what's going on. My gosh. Those feasts have already been fulfilled. The next feast is the Feast of Trumpets. Listen, I tell you, mystery. At the blast, the last trump, the trumpet will be blown, and we who are alive will not precede those who are dead. meaning those who are dead will be caught up in the clouds, and then we who are alive will be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus will be with the Lord forever. Therefore, encourage another with these words. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. You see, he's talking about encouraging each other. Remember, though, the wrath of God is the great and terrible day of the Lord. It doesn't start, if you read Revelation 6, the wrath starts at the sixth seal. Up until then, nothing really happens. Just rumors of wars and earthquakes. That's been happening since the beginning of time, like Jesus warned us. But on the sixth seal, when John was on the island of Patmos, and Jesus gave him all these predictions that were going to happen. On the sixth seal, the stars are thrown to the earth. Stars are meteors, also some satellites, but meteors are going to rock all of Canada, Mexico, South America, United States, gone. It'll break in half and drop in the ocean. Hallelujah, because America's so corrupt anymore. I don't want to live in a country that's this corrupt. I mean, they're trying to kill an ex-president to prevent him from running back for office. It's like, wow, our judge system, our U.S. Supreme Court is corrupt. All our judges are corrupt. We have millions of illegal Mexican, Chinese, you name it, running this country, coming here, lying, cheating, stealing, taking our jobs, taking everything away. You got racism. Everybody hates white people now in America. It's like the propaganda and all the news medias. I mean, they've already deleted one of my videos. You know, be careful what you say. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha. Wow, unbelievable. So that's where we're headed right now. And just, I want you to know, is just trust in the Lord, read the word every day, obey the word, and bear fruit for Jesus. If you want to help my ministry, I would appreciate it. You can send money. Click on the link. The PayPal link is there. I would appreciate it. I want to get my message to everybody in the world because the rapture is coming soon and you don't want to be left behind. 90% of Christians are left behind, sadly to say. Revelation 1 through 3, 6 out of 7 churches don't make it in the rapture. So God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon again.